You remember in our childhood where two kids used to throw pencil at each other and it used to start really small. But within a period of time, it was a full-blown chaos and the whole classroom used to get dragged into that. The exact same thing is happening right now. But this time it is not pencil, but $1 trillion. And it is not kids, it's America and China. It is no longer a trade disagreement, it is an economic warfare. And in this war, the battlefield is not the factories or the tariffs. It's your future, your savings, and your livelihood. Let me walk you through it, not as an expert or researcher, but as a person who has lived for decades and experienced the same thing again and again. Because what is coming next is going to hit us hard, all of us.
It all started when former US President Donald Trump slapped a 125% tariff on Chinese imports. Think of a tariff like a toll gate. If you're China and you want to send your products into America, like electronics, toys, clothing, you now have to pay a huge fee, 125% more. In response, China slapped the exact same 125% tariff on American goods. Markets shook, currencies dipped, investors froze. Because trade isn't just about goods. It's the nervous system of the entire global economy.
Tariffs are not taxes, they are weapons. When most people hear about tariffs, they just think it's a boring tax system. But in reality, tariffs are just like invisible knives. They silently cut industries down. Just imagine your local bakery from tomorrow onwards have to pay double for the same amount of flour. Now, it's not just a matter of a single bakery or all the bakeries. It's about all the sectors, about the entire country. And that is why tariffs are not like just any taxes. It is like an economic grenade, you know. It will hurt you, but at the same time, it will not leave any visible wound. You know, it's not about the products. It's all about power. You know, at the first glance, I thought like China and America is competing with each other, like who can sell more accessories, more mobile phones, smartphones, or even clothes into the global market. But later I understood it is much more deeper than that. But this war is more about who is in more control of the future. Whoever controls the supply chain having a better control over the world. Who controls the money moving across nations. Who builds the alliances first decides how much power distribution will happen among other countries. For decades, America was leading this game. But right now, China is stepping in and they are saying, it's my turn. And trust me, they're not asking politely why the US is nervous. For decades, you know, America was the champion of innovations. They invented the internet. They're the first country who sent human beings into the moon. And that is why, naturally, they have the power to decide the standard for the entire world. But now, there is a shift happening quietly but very powerfully. And China is picking up the speed very fast, inventing even smarter artificial intelligence, smarter, faster, better, and even more economic electric vehicles. And most importantly, stronger and more advanced tech infrastructures. It is no longer about who builds what first, but it is more about who leads the next wave. And America knows it very well deep down that if they lose the lead in the technology, they're not only losing the business, they're also losing the global influence. Always know one thing, that power follows influence. It always has, it always will be. China's silent strategy. While America are making headlines, holding press conferences, China doesn't make any fuss about it. They just move silently behind the scenes. They don't shout, they don't make much drama, but instead they move very calmly and most importantly, strategically. They are quietly signing massive energy deals and most importantly, in their own currency, in yuan. They are building entirely new financial networks so they don't have to be dependent on the Western systems. They're also securing rare earth minerals, which you can say hidden gold or future gold, because in the future, to develop the technological advancement, these minerals will be needed. By the time when the entire world will realize what is happening, China may hold the master key for the new world economy. And trust me, they did that without firing a single shot. The global ripple, When two of the biggest giants fight with each other, it's not just about them. Everyone around them also get pulled into the chaos. And that is what we are seeing entire worldwide. Stock market across the Asia is facing this turmoil. Factories in Europe are slowing down and cutting back productions. Even the economy of Africa also feeling this pinch. Try to understand the global economy is not a bunch of isolated places. You can imagine it's like a spider web, and especially when the battle takes place into the center, the vibration is being felt everywhere, especially towards the edges, where everyday people like you and me are living and working. Now, the question is how it hits you. You know, it's very easy to think that the trade wars usually happens far away, somewhere like behind the doors of government buildings, in the stock market, or maybe max to max, the day traders or the seasonal traders are facing the consequences. But the truth is, it is already here. It is slowly spreading into your life, into your daily expenses, into your budget. You will see it, especially on this occasion, when you will realize that your grocery budget is somehow like increasing week after week. You will realize it even more when your rent is increasing suddenly drastically because of the inflation or something, but your pay raise is not matching that standard. Maybe you will notice that suddenly your company is going for another round of layoff, or maybe you are going to buy a mobile phone or laptop and you suddenly see a jump in the prices. Any kind of big word doesn't stay inside the boardroom or in the battlefield. Dip by dip, it travels down into the smallest houses or the quietest lives. And trust me, most people doesn't even realize because they're already a victim of it. The secret behind this chaos. When the system is crashing and people like you and me are panicking, guess what the billionaires are doing? They're preparing for a massive shopping. When everyone else is just worried about their jobs, their survival, their savings, and their future, guess what billionaires are doing? They're buying companies in half of the prices. They're snapping real estate and they are acquiring assets in massive discounts. Because for them, chaos is not a disaster. It's a season of bargain. It once in a decade clearance sales for them, where they're making their next empire, where rest of us is just busy in surviving. When the world shakes, they don't run away. They collect. The currency war begins. At first, it may look like who is selling more products or who is winning more trade deals. But underneath of that, there is something more serious going on. The real battle is over something which is much more bigger than money itself. Digital currencies are replacing paper money. Central bank tightening their grip about how money moves. Entirely new financial network is being built very quietly, far away from the eyes of normal people. And at the end, whoever takes control of the financial backbone not only win trade war, they will be rewriting the rules for the entire global economy. And the scary part, the battle is not going to start soon. It is already happening with us, where most people like you and me is taking it very lightly. And the real victims, when two powerful countries collide, it's not the politicians or the rich or the billionaire who takes the hit. It's the local shopkeeper who has to shut his shop because the prices are going crazy high. It's the unfortunate middle class family who see that their savings are disappearing in a faster rate than they can save. It's the young dreamers like you and me who are seeing that their dream or goals are drifting farther away. And the most saddest part, no one even talks about it. You know, the real struggle happens very quietly, inside small homes, inside hearts. Your red pill moment. They say work hard, invest smartly, and everything will be fine. But they don't tell you that the rules keep on changing. One day, interest rate shoots up without even warning. Currencies drop overnight while most of the people are sleeping. Another day, stock market tanks when everyone least expected it. You know, it's like playing a game where the scoreboard keeps on moving and you are not even aware of. And guess what? Just like casino, every time the house always wins. The final truth, every tariff, every new policy, every market crash is just leading to one simple thing: more control for them and less freedom for us. This was never just about China versus America. It has always been the elite versus you and me, keeping us busy, keeping us distracted, and locked out from real power. And unless we don't see it clearly, we don't wake up into the reality, we will be keep on paying the price. Silently, slowly, without even realizing that we are part of this game. Please understand that in the modern world, the real war will never be fought with bombs and weapons. It's fought with money, influence, and attention. Stay awake and stay free. If this video was an eye-opener for you, please like, subscribe to join this community and share with your friends and family. Please don't forget to drop your valuable opinion into the comment box. Where do you see that this battle is ending? And who do you think really wins? Stay alert, stay wise, and always remember that knowledge is our only weapon in a world which is designed to keep us blind. This is your friend Arijit. See you in the next video.